Alright, what's going on YouTube? T-Torres back here for another video. So in today's video we are going to be installing some subs, not into my car in particular, but into a buddy's car. So I figured why not share this experience with you all from the start to finish process of getting the power wire, the ground wire, the remote, the line output converter, and wiring up the amp and the bass knob and all that stuff. So before we get today's video started, I do want to give a big shout out to all my subscribers. My channel is continually starting to grow and grow and grow. I know I mentioned before my 30-day mark. I'm constantly over 200 subscribers for every 30 days. And I just checked last night, I was at 240 subscribers for the last 30 days. So that's amazing. That's outstanding that my channel was able to still grow and grow like that. So if you haven't done already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then you hit the bell to turn on the notifications, so every time I post a video you guys don't miss that. So I'm gonna pass the camera to Austin. Austin is actually the guru for this stuff. I'm gonna be the worker bee. I'm gonna help him out, and he's gonna explain to you what we're gonna do and the setup that we're going with and why we went with it, because this is on a budget build. I think we got all this for $400. I believe it was $400, something like that. And all this was bought on Amazon Prime. So we got it in 2 days. And the budget for this build was $600. And I called Austin and I said, hey man, my buddy, he's got a budget of $600. And what can we do and what's the best that we could possibly get and still be under $600? And so he was the man I called up. And if any of you guys are interested, Austin actually does custom boxes. He does, anybody in the local Montgomery area, he does custom prefab boxes for anybody's needs, whether it's from an 8 to a 15, a 16, no matter what size sub it is. So I'll put down in the link to the description to his Instagram and his Facebook, and he also has a YouTube channel. So make sure you guys go and subscribe to his YouTube channel so you can always follow his car audio stuff that he does. And also, like I said, anybody in the local area that would like to have a box made by him, just hit him up. And he also does installs from start to finish like we're gonna do today.
What's up guys? So my buddy Tyler here, he had hit me up. He said he had a friend of his who was on about a $600 budget and he wanted some good bang in his trunk, but he also wanted to utilize his factory stereo. I said no problem. So I said here's what we need to get: some SoundCube OFC 4-gauge wire, two 12-inch Rockford Fosgate P2's, great sound quality, have a lot of bass in them. A nice Audiopipe 1500. It's really good in my opinion, one of the best budget brand amps, best bang for the buck in my opinion. And we had them a really good prefab actually. I know some people are against prefab, but this is the Cubon prefab, so it's actually tuned relatively low and has a good amount of airspace, almost perfect for these P2's. And I know a big thing, like I said, we're wanting to keep the factory stereo. So if you want me to take you over here, I can kind of show you what we're doing and the kind of line out converter that we're using for this particular install. We're using the PAC LP7-2, and the reason why I want to use that is because you can actually find your constant wire in the vehicle, and then it actually converts that constant wire into a remote signal, where versus some other line-out converters you have to find your own remote wire and all. It's just, in my opinion, this is just a lot easier. You got to find your ground and a constant wire, and it gives you a remote wire. And obviously you have to tap into your speaker wire. So that's what we got going on right here. The whole install, like I said, this part will be hidden in this pillar right here. Everything's already cut. Here's your speaker wires that'll convert to the RCA signal, and here's our constant wire. That way it'll convert our 12-volt remote turn-on signal for the amplifier.
And can you tell us where we're going to put the power wire through the firewall at?
Through the firewall in this particular vehicle, if you're against drilling through firewall, some people do that, but with this Ultima right here, everything's so compact. Usually what you want to do, it's kind of hard to get to, but it's right under here. There's a boot. You have to take back this carpet back here, and there's a boot right up in there, and it's got a rubber grommet, and it's already got factory wire going through it, but it has about 2 inches of a rubber boot, and you can actually cut a small slit in that and slide your power wire right through.
Okay.
That way you don't have to drill through your factory firewall. So don't worry about hitting anything important under the hood. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. And grounding, obviously we're going to go underneath the carpet in the back of the trunk. We're going to shave the paint back, give them a nice ground, and
so if anybody was interested in the local area to have them have a prefab box made from you, where do they need to go to? You
can hit up my Facebook. You can hit my Instagram. It's loud_Black Tahoe. Check out my YouTube, Aggressive Audio Designs. Facebook name's Austin Owens, spelled with an O. And I can do anything, custom boxes for 6.5s, 8s, 10, 12s, 15s. They even have 16s, 18s, 21s, whatever you want, I can do. I do installs front to back, whatever you need to do. If you need something, like this, keeping your factory stereo, I can do that. New radios, some door speakers, subwoofer installs, anything you want done, I can really do. So just hit me up. I'm local to Montgomery, Wetumpka, Prattville, Millbrook, anywhere in that region. I can definitely come to your house like I did today. So.
All right, cool. Thank you. All right, so as you just heard, Austin does do custom work around here. So one thing that I forgot to mention, this install is going in a 2016 Nissan Altima. So the next thing that while Austin is doing that line output converter, we're actually going to wire these subs down to 1 ohms, and I'm gonna go over how exactly we're gonna do that. So make sure you stay tuned to watch how to take the 17 AUG speaker wire, and we're gonna wire down these 2 subs to 1 ohm. All right, so I just want to make a quick correction. It's actually 12 AUG is what we're going to use for the speaker cable. So my bad. So if you guys are wondering what all comes in this Sound Cube 4 gauge, it all comes with you're going to get 17-foot 4 AUG Q-Flex power cable, 3-foot power AUG ground cable, 17-foot of 12 AUG Q-Flex speaker cable, 17-foot of remote wire, and then you get 17-foot of Q-Flex branded OFC. OFC means oxygen-free cable, RCA cables, and you also get a 250 amp fuse, which we're going to utilize that today. And then with this amp, Austin, what is it? What's the RMS on this amp?
That is going to be 1500 watts RMS at 1 ohm.
Okay.
So we're going to actually conservatively gain this amplifier because these P2's are 400 watts RMS. But I always like to have a little bit more headroom on the amplifier, and plus when you account for box rise and everything, these subs will see about the right amount of power anyways. So.
Okay, and then we said, I don't remember, this amp itself was what, 150 bucks?
I'm gonna say it's around 150, 160 bucks depending on where
and you said it's like the best bang for your buck amp?
I'm gonna say it's one of the best bang for the bucks, really. I mean, because...
And you put your customers on that too, right?
Oh yeah, all the time. Especially if they say, hey, I'm on a budget, it's Audiopipe is the brand I go with.
Right, and I remember our very first install that me and Austin did together, this is the exact same amp that he put us on. So yeah, definitely a good amp. I believe, like I said, it was on Amazon for 150 bucks. And if you have Prime, you can get it to your house in 2 days. These subs were also, God, I don't remember how much these subs were a piece.
Should have been probably 100, 120 if I had to guess. Maybe,
yeah.
Somewhere
along that. And then the box itself, this Q-Bomb box was, how much do you think the Q-Bomb box was?
110?
Oh yeah, 110, 120 bucks. I'll put all of these products in the link in the description. I'll link it down in the description below so you guys can go and just click on it and go directly to it. So now we're going to get to wiring up these subs.
Okay guys, so I'm going to kind of explain how to wire these subs down to their correct ohm level that we're looking for. So we have 2 dual 4 ohm subs, and we want to wire these things down to 1 ohm, and we're going to wire that in what we call parallel. Parallel is probably the easiest wiring you can do. Obviously you got your speaker wire, you need to choose which one wants to be positive and negative. Usually you want to do your lighter colors as your positive, just so you know. And on your subwoofer you'll be labeled, red's your positive, black's your negative, and that's on every subwoofer that I've ever worked with. So what you want to do to wire this to 1 ohm, this particular box has a terminal on the left and a terminal on the right. And we don't want the speaker wire done, we don't want these subwoofers wired inside this box because we don't want people looking to the port and just seeing this, this green wire back there. So what we're going to do is we're going to wire this on both of these subs to the edges of the box, and then actually join the voice coils on the back of the box with the long piece of wire, because no one's really going to see the back of the box. So anyways, how you do this, super simple. You determine which one's your, which one's your positive, which one's your negative. Obviously you're going to connect, your positive right here, your negative right here. Super simple. Jump over, I'd probably do it in the front. Jump over, same thing. Positive and negative on this side. Super simple. And then from that to the edge of the box, and same thing, the edge of the box, just wire labeled positive and negative. Go right there. And the thing about parallel, man, parallel means, ran right beside each other. It's positive, positive, negative, negative, all the way through, matching colors. Super simple. So that's pretty much how you do it. It's just red to red, black to black, all the way through down to the amplifier.
And Austin's going to take care of doing some other stuff in the car, and then actually I'm going to be one wiring this up, so let's get to that. Alright, so like Austin mentioned, we're going to use we're going to use this green wire as our positive, and we're going to use the black with the green stripe. That's going to be our black wire, or our black side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these and we're going to go ahead and strip this wire out. Alright, so we got the green one stripped. And then now we're going to strip the black one. Okay, so the black one's stripped. Go ahead and twist it. Got the green one stripped. Go ahead and twist it. And then you're gonna take this, the green one, you're gonna push in the red terminal. Make sure all the cable that is twisted, it doesn't go outside the terminal. Make sure you get it all inside the terminal for a nice good connection. And then you're gonna do the same thing for the black. Make sure the black's nice and twisted. Push your terminal in, all the cables inside, and then pretty much, you know, rinse and repeat. We're gonna go ahead and cut the other side of the positive and negative. We'll do that real quick. A little bit bigger. Okay, that one's done. Go ahead and twist it up. And then do the same thing for the black. Black's done. Go ahead and twist it up. And then you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Green is red. Just remember that. Push the terminal in. Hopefully you guys can see okay on the camera. Make sure it's twisted a little bit tighter. Okay, that one's in. Twist the black a little bit more. Push the terminal in, and boom. All right, so now we have this sub wired up. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna run a red and a black off of here to the terminals that are on the side of the box. All right, so I just wired up one side, and now we're gonna do the other. So we're gonna go ahead, and, just like I did the other side, we're gonna split the cable, and then we're gonna strip it, and then cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. Okay, go ahead and make sure you twist. Cut the black. Twist. Come over here, make sure it's good and twisted. Take your terminal, push it in, twist it a little bit more, and put her in the hole. All right, so now that we have the subs wired up, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take a black and a red off of each side of these, and we're gonna run from the inside of the box to the terminal on the outside. And I'll demonstrate that here in just a second. All right, so off camera, we went ahead and wired, the subs, and we went ahead and they are connected inside here on both sides of the box. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this wire, and of course, like you see how it's ran all the way along the back, and we're gonna come here. So that means that the subs are gonna be bridged, and then we'll have one more feed coming off of here that's gonna go directly to the amp. And Austin, what are you currently doing?
Right now I'm actually connecting his factory speaker wire to this line level converter speaker wire, so we can actually convert our, I guess, an audio signal to this RCA pre-out signal. Okay. That's what I'm doing right now. So I was able to, obviously I have a multimeter, cheap, expensive, doesn't matter, to read, make sure the wires you're tapping into is reading out an ohm level. And in most vehicles, I would say 80% of vehicles, like your speaker wire, for instance, if you want to find something or whatever, is going to be a twisted pair. Most of your speaker wires are just pre-twisted from the factory. Right. So you find any twisted pair, tap into it, that should be a speaker wire most of the time. I've only had a few times where it's not, but majority of the time it's going to be a speaker in the vehicle of some sort. Cool. And then once you get done with that, we're going to run the power wire. This right here, because we already got our constant tapped in. Yeah. Right here. And then after that, constant's also going to give our remote turn on signal. So we're going to run our remote wire from the amp kit from this side of the butt connector through everything, hide it nice and neat, go to the back. After that, it's really power and ground, and we're going to have to run that power wire obviously through this little grommet right here in the back.
Okay.
And then ground it right there in the carpet, and this thing should be smooth sailing. It's tuning from there. So.
Cool. Thanks, bro.
Okay, so what Tyler just did basically, we just wired these two subs up, these two dual 4-ohm subs to 1 ohm. And the reason why we did this wiring like we did, so either way, you got to join these two voice coils together. So we have ran red to red, black to black on the back of the woofer, then from the left side of the woofer to the inside of the terminal, and then we ran from this terminal over here to this terminal over here, and yet again the same thing on the inside of this sub is still red to red, black to black to the inside of this terminal. So that all the coils are still together, and the reason why we ran it like this is because we didn't want to see this light green wire if someone were to look in the back and look inside the port. We didn't want to see the wire, you know, because there's going to be wind moving. We didn't want to see the wire doing like this and making any type of sound, so we figured it'd be best to do it back here. So it's not going to be any different from doing it in here out here. It's mainly for cosmetics. Still wired to 1 ohm and everything. So that was the reason behind that, just to make for a cleaner install. Someone wants to peek back here, you know, want to check it out, and so you wouldn't be hearing the, you know, wire moving inside the box.
What all you got done inside the cab so far?
So everything's done. We got this remote wire ran. Still got to ground off this line converter. Everything's done here. We're going to be taping up, making it look a lot more prettier. We got everything butt connected up. Still got to do the ground. I'm running the base knob right now. I'm going to be zip tying under here, and we're going to be doing some. We have some 3M double-sided. We're going to be sticking to the side of the console right here because we don't want to drill anything. This is a 2016 Altima, and we don't want to, you know, make any holes in it in case he wants to sell it one day. So right now we're running the base knob. We've already got the ground done back there. We shaved it down to bare metal. We got some self-tapping screws going through there. It's nice and tight. Remote wires being ran. Only thing we have to do left is to do the power wire. So, and that's really it. So we weren't able to find any washers for the ground, so we had to use the 2 self-tappers instead of 1 self-tapper and a washer. So that's what we did right there. But it's very tight. It'll still hold, no issues. So really, power wire is the only thing left to do, and this will wrap it up.
All right, let's go ahead and throw the box in the trunk.
I'm gonna give you the heavy because you got all the muscles. Let's see, might have to a little bit. You'll slide your end in first and kind of slide it around.
Slide it down like that.
To get that one corner in. Like this.
Get my arm out of there.
Like this. It's gonna be a tight squeeze.
Let me just go push my arm.
There we go. Oh, that was just this metal ring.
Lift the box up real quick. I'm gonna move this cover back.
There you go. Now we can slide it back a little bit. Nice.
Can you lift the box up one more time?
Sure.
Alright, you good? Alright, let me show what it looks like in the back.
There you go.
Alright, thanks for that. And then with the seats folded down, of course, you'll get the nice view of the amp back there.
All right, we're gonna be zip tying all this together, make it look all pretty.
So all we have left is remote, power, ground, RCA cables.
Yeah, I'm running the RCA. Oh yeah, we got to run the RCA cables, but I figured we got to go get some small little ring terminals to ground that line out converter first before I do that.
All right, cool. So we'll have this done shortly. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So one of the biggest things that me and Austin spent our time on was this daggone power wire. So if you have this exact same car, good luck, because this power wire is a freaking nightmare. But finally, I don't know, maybe 30, 45 minutes. Let me see if I can, there's enough light in here, I don't think so. But we finally got the power wire to come through the daggone firewall. And let me just tell you right now, this was a chore because there's no room to move right here. So what I was doing, I was forcing my hand to go in there. I mean, you can see my arm got pretty banged up. So finally, we got the power wire in. That's the last thing that we have to worry about. So we'll finish running the power wire through here. We'll come under the seat and then we'll tack it on the amp. And then the last thing we'll do once we get the power on, we'll make sure the amp comes on, and then Austin's gonna tune the amp. But, so if any of you guys have this car, I'm gonna tell you right now, the freaking power wire is gonna be a pain in the butt. So we're gonna finish running the power wire to the amp, button everything back up. We got the bass knob installed to where we want it. and then we're gonna cut it on, make sure everything cuts on, and then Austin's gonna tune the amp. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So hours later, as you can see, it is completely pitch black out. We started this project at like 11:30, 12 o'clock today, and we got everything ran. Like I said, the hardest thing was the power wire. That was a pain in the freaking rear. And then we did run into one more problem.
Oh yeah, so basically what we ran into, we were tapping into some twisted pairs right here, and we were getting an ohm level. I guess I should do a little bit more research on what the actual colors were, and I believe that we had tapped into a tweeter, which is located up here in the dash or in the pillar, and I believe that tweeter probably wasn't giving us the right kind of signal for our line out converter to convert what we needed, I guess. So what we did, we actually traced back a wire that we knew was a definite full range signal, which was a 6x9 back there, and we traced the yellow and green twisted pair all the way back to here. That way we wouldn't have to run the wire from back here to where our line out converter is located. So that's what we pretty much ran into the issue, because I couldn't understand. We were seeing an ohm level here, but it just wasn't. And plus, this LP7-2 works off a signal sense. So when it senses a type of signal, it can convert, I guess, and do its thing. And our amplifier was on, but the blue light was very, very dim. So I'm just assuming that that signal coming from that speaker wasn't a very good signal for us to work with. So we actually got a great signal coming from a speaker that had a full range output. And I'm assuming that was the issue, because it's fixed now. Everything's neat and tucked in, and that was the issue. Now it's fixed.
Nice. All right. So this is the work that Austin did in the back. He got everything nice and zip tied. I know the lighting's not the best back here, but as you can see, he's got everything nice and zip tied. So here in just a minute, we'll fire the car up, and then we'll give you guys a demo. There you have it. That's just a little demo. I don't want to get my neighbors pissed off at us, so we're actually gonna ride out to the store. But one of the things that I want to do, I want to give Austin a big shout out, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Here you go, man. Hey, thank you for your help. Appreciate it, bro.
Sure, for sure.
So like I said, Austin's stuff will be down in the description below if you guys ever need, or you're in the local area and you guys need a prefab box or something like that. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Okay, it's Rap Pack to my pulse flat. We keep it real, no false rap. I got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my call.